Welcome to the Structure Studio's online video series. This video will explain Stage 7, Hardscapes. With Hardscapes, you will create the decks, retaining walls, and driveways in your design. Make sure to watch the wood deck video for information about creating custom wood decks. For this video, we'll set our grid to 1 foot and head to the Snaps menu to turn on Point, Line, and Grid. We'll also set the angle to World Angle and turn on Autocomplete. We'll first create the deck around our pool. Activate the Outline tool. Click the outside coping line at the bottom left corner of the pool and click again to start the outline. Move your mouse up the left side of the pool. Left-click to stop our line at 23 feet. Click the orange endpoint to set the offset. Move your mouse to the left 3 feet and click to create the deck. In the panel, we'll leave the height set to 0 feet to remain flush with the pool and turn off coping. We'll now create a deck on the right side of the pool. Click the outside coping line at the bottom right corner of the pool and click again to start the outline. Move your mouse up around the right side of the pool. Left-click to stop our line at 13 feet. Click the large orange endpoint to set the offset. Move your mouse to the right 3 feet and click to create a deck on this side. Let's right-click on the deck and press View in 3D. The band of decking around the pool looks great, but we'd like to add an area for lounge chairs on each side. We'll head back to 2D to add more decking. Activate the Rectangle tool and left-click the top right corner of the deck. We want to add 8 feet of decking, so we'll move our mouse to the right until the shape is 8 feet wide, and then down until the shape aligns with the deck. When the length is 16 feet, left-click to place it. Once the new deck is complete, we can leave it a separate shape or merge it with the decking around the pool. Let's activate the Move tool to merge the shapes. Hold down Control and left-click the connecting deck. Once both shapes are highlighted in white, the Union tool will activate. Press Union to merge these shapes and have the extra lines removed. Now we'll add an area for lounge chairs on the left side of the pool. Activate the Rectangle tool and left-click the top left corner of the deck. We'll move our mouse to the left until the shape is 7 feet wide, and then down until the shape is 12 feet long, and left-click to place it. Let's also merge these two shapes. Activate the Move tool. Hold down Control and left-click the connecting deck. Once both shapes are selected, press the Union button to merge them together. Now we'll create a raised bond beam at the back of the pool. Let's activate the Outline tool. Click the outside coping line of the back left corner of the pool. Click again to start the outline. Move your mouse to the right to trace the back pool wall. When we reach the right corner and the length is 34 feet, left-click to place it. Click the orange endpoint to set the offset. Move your mouse down 1 foot and left-click to create the raised beam. Let's press the 2D, 3D button at the top of the screen to see our hardscapes. We currently cannot see our bond beam because the height is set to 0 feet. We want the bond beam to be 2 feet tall, so we'll type 2 in the height box in the panel. We'll also make sure our lip style is set to Custom Cantilever to match our pool lip. Later in the materials stage, we'll apply different materials to our decks and raise bond beam. Now we want to add pavers separated by grass between the pool and house. Let's head back to 2D. Activate the Rectangle tool. Our first paver will be aligned with the pool deck on the right. Move down 1 grid space and click to start the shape. Move the mouse to the left 4 feet, then down 3 feet, and left-click to create the paver. We want the paver to be flush with the ground, so we'll set the height to 0 feet. Once the shape is set, we use Copy and Paste to add more pavers. Press Ctrl+C to copy the paver. When we press Ctrl+V, the paver is attached to our cursor. Move 1 grid space to the left of our first paver and left-click to place it. We'll use this technique to add 5 pavers in front of the pool. Once the pavers are in place, we'll select the 5 pavers to create another row. Hold down Control and click each paver to select it. When a shape is selected, it will highlight in white. Now press Ctrl+C and then Ctrl+V. We'll align these pavers with our first row, leaving one grid space between the rows. When the pavers are aligned, left-click to place them. Let's add a few more pavers between the house and the pool deck on the right. Activate the rectangle tool. We want to start these pavers 1 foot away from the corner of the house with the 10-foot measure guide. Left-click to start the shape. Move the mouse to the right 3 feet, then up 4 feet and click to create the paver. Now we'll press Ctrl+C to copy this paver and Ctrl+V to add 3 more pavers, each placed 1 grid space apart in front of the house. Let's head to 3D to see our pavers. The pavers look great, but we don't see a lip on our pavers because they're flush with the ground. To see a lip profile, the shape must be higher than the ground elevation. Next, we plan to add a fire pit and curved seating wall in front of the pavers. Let's head back to 2D to create them. We'll use the measure guide to determine the location. Activate the measure tool and left-click the bottom corner of the deck above the pavers. Measure to the right 10 feet and left-click to set the distance. This marks the area for the fire pit. Now activate the line tool. Left-click at the end of the 10-foot measure guide to start the shape. Move your mouse to the left 9 feet and left-click. Draw up 12 feet and click. Then go to the right 9 feet and click. We want the seating wall to be curved, so we'll switch to the arc tool. Move the cursor to the left on a diagonal until the radius is 8 feet 6 inches and then left-click. Trace the dotted circle until you reach the first point and left-click. For this area, we'll turn the coping on and make sure it's set to 1 foot. Next, we'll draw the seating wall on the curved portion of the hardscape. Activate the outline tool and click the top right corner of the arc. We want the outline placed right on top, so press 0 and then enter on your keyboard. Now trace the arc all the way down and left-click. Click the orange endpoint to set the width of the seat. Move the mouse until the offset shows 1 foot 5 inches and click. We'll set the height to 1 foot 6 inches and turn off coping. Next, we want to draw the fire pit. We'll align the fire pit with the radius point of the seating wall. Activate the circle tool and left-click on the radius point. Move your mouse to the right until you have a 3-foot radius and left-click to place it. The height of this shape is automatically 1 foot 6 inches since the software remembers the height of the last hardscape we created. Now let's head to 3D to take a look. Our fire pit area looks great. We'll add the fire media, logs, and fire in later stages. We also noticed the lower hardscape doesn't show coping next to the seating wall. If we'd like to show coping here, double-click the lower hardscape and turn on the All Sides option in the panel. When this is off, coping will not show on the side that borders a taller hardscape. Next, we want to create an area for the outdoor kitchen on the left side of the house. Let's head back to 2D. Activate the rectangle tool and left-click the corner of the house. Draw to the right 13 feet and then up 19 feet and left-click. The size looks good, but we notice there's a 2-foot space between this new deck and the row of pavers. We can fix this with the divide tool. Activate the divide tool and add a point aligned with the top row of pavers. This will divide our line into 2 segments. Activate the move tool to click the midpoint of the 8-foot segment and press delete. Now we'll activate the line tool. Click the top orange endpoint and draw to the right 1 foot and left-click. Then down 8 feet and double-click to complete the shape. The last hardscape we'll create is the driveway at the front of the house. Activate the rectangle tool. Click the left corner of the house to start the driveway. Draw down the 25-foot measure guide, then to the right 25 feet and left-click. Let's take a look at our driveway in 3D. Right-click the shape and press View in 3D. Our driveway is level and doesn't follow the slope. We want the driveway flush with the terrain, so we'll check Follow Terrain in the panel. When this option is on, our hardscape will follow the slope we set in terrain. We can also add a coping border to our driveway and set the width. This completes instruction on hardscapes. Thanks for watching. For more information, please visit structurestudios.com/help.